Alright, so here I've started fleshing out this map. All the stuff you see in this map right now is just placeholders. All this stuff is going to be rebuilt. So, for example, these stairs, they look like crap, but they just kind of show the scale of them and stuff, just to try to lay it out and see. So this is the CT spawn. It's going to be kind of an interior liminal type of space, and there's going to be wooden handrails and stuff, and then kind of some retro carpet. This carpet texture, everything here is just placeholders. Everything's going to be, the only thing this is showing me is how big everything is. And so here you can go through this slide, for example, and slide down here. This is kind of the liminal pool zone. You know, this is the river pool. There's going to be a waterfall there. It's going to look a lot prettier when I actually put detail into here. These are going to be two escalators going up. And I think I'm going to model those in Blender and stuff like that. This right here is going to be kind of the arcade zone. So I'm going to have some kind of little arcade games to kind of divide this area off. And then and vending machines and stuff like that. And then over here is going to be kind of the greenhouse pool area. So there's going to be lots of plants and stuff in here. And then once you come up here, this is kind of the middle courtyard. It's going to have old playground stuff in here. And you can see the windmill in the background that's from the terrace spawn back there. Kind of cool. I didn't originally intend that you would see that from here, but you actually can, and it's super cool. And then this pond, you can swim down, and you're going to be able to swim into this zone. This is beneath everything. This is like the neon fish zone. So it's going to have some fish models swimming around, and it's going to be kind of like it's going to be like from the Nipper map, I think from WA. It has like an interior like paintball room, or like one of those kind of indoor paintball maps. It's going to be something like that down here. So I think on this side you're going to go up a ramp, and there's going to be a bridge across, and then it goes back down, and just little wooden forts with little neon lights on them and stuff. And I've got some cool music I made for all this stuff. So and then so this wraps around. This looks over this greenhouse area, and then over here, this is kind of a school courtyard. So as you can see on the front here, this is going to be a clock. I'm going to model this clock in Blender. It's going to be like some weird clock that's like changing shape, and the clock hands are going to be going around real quick. So it's going to be real bizarre. I've got some cool music in this area too. This is going to tie into the neon fish zone, that little thing. And I have this cool hallway back here. Now where these red curtains are, those are going to be actual, I'm going to model those in Blender as well. They're going to be kind of like blowing in the wind, and like some red ambience is going to be glowing into this dark hallway. And there's going to be like bunk beds and a bunch of random furniture stacked up. And then you're going to be able to climb into ceiling tiles and kind of get, you know, go different ways through different vents from there too. So it's a real kind of liminal, kind of eerie style here. And then here's the T-spawn. So this has a big windmill, and I figured out how to make models in Blender where I just now finally found out how to make them with transparent textures. So this hay model that I made is super sweet. I made that in Blender, and it turned out really cool. So this is 7 models lumped together for each group of these. So I've been spending more time like making models, and I'm finally getting to the point where I'm starting to flesh it out. Of course, this windmill's ugly. I'm going to rebuild it completely. This just kind of shows where it goes. And here are these little bunnies that I started out modeling. This is kind of going to be like a little bunny trail that kind of leads down into this neon fish zone. And then here this leads to the river pool. And then there's going to be like a school bus over here that we can all jump in and drive. And yeah, that's the basics of it. You got the school courtyard, which is a real liminal type of thing. This is going to be super cool. You can't tell what it looks like yet because it just kind of shows where stuff is. But yeah, that's the basics of it. This is like based on those liminal videos off Instagram where they're like super like liminal interior spaces of like old vintage houses, or like colonial or classical style houses or whatever. And yeah, of course, then this leads down here underneath the river pool to the neon fish zone. this is gonna be cool. I'm gonna make it dark in here, and there's gonna be fish like swimming around as if you're and underwater. And there's gonna be a lot of cool effects in this zone. What else do I have? I did have another idea. It was gonna be like a little face that you can go through, and it takes you to some back hallway over here. I'm not sure if I'm gonna add that. It's gonna be some big like tiki face that it looks like he's sucking in water, and you can get sucked into there. But I may not do that now unless I decide I want that. Yeah, so it's coming together pretty quick. Move the ceilings. So yeah, everything looks like crap right now, but at least you get the idea of the scale of it and stuff. And it's got cool music everywhere, real liminal vibe. And it's going to look way better once I start detailing out each area.